Hey ladies and gents, welcome to another Pro Evolution Soccer 2021 video with your host SpoonyPizzas. Today we're looking at the flat 4-4-2 killer formation. Now if you've seen my Barcelona Master League, the mid-season review clearly pointed out that we were struggling against flat 4-4-2 formations with my 4-3-3, which featured a midfielder, a defensive midfielder, central midfielder and an attack midfielder, as you saw at the start of this video. So when I faced Atletico Madrid for the second game, the first one I think I drew or lost, or it was really tight anyway. I basically really struggled to create any chances against any team with a flat 4-4-2. Didn't matter who it was just really difficult to create chances. So I came up with a formation which absolutely smashed Atletico Madrid and all the other teams that are playing 4-4-2, and it is this formation here. It's the 3-5-2 with two attacking midfielders. Messi is a false number 9. It's important to know that because that means he will drop deep, almost creating a 6 in midfield, similar to my ultimate formation from PES 2020. And what we're going to be looking at is some clips from an offensive point of view and a defensive point of view, and we can sort of analyze to see why this formation is the killer formation against the 4-4-2. Now we know that Atletico Madrid are a very deep-lying defence team with two banks of 4, and pretty much everyone drops back. As you're seeing here, look at their strikers, they're even in their own half, so it makes it really difficult to play through them. So in this sequence, you're going to see how easy it is once you get into the final third to keep possession because of the amount of space that they give you with the 4-4-2, because you just simply outnumber them, especially with the false number 9 there with Messi picking up the ball. He's got absolute acres. I'm going to give it back to him. And look how much space he's got to run into here. I can literally just look for the pass. I can see Griezmann just there. And because I'm playing two attacking midfielders, one of the attacking midfielders has actually moved up front, which is definitely going to help because in this situation with a 4-3-3, there'd just be a lone striker and then he's got to try and beat 2 or 3 defenders in and around him. But with the extra attacking midfielder there, he's able just to lay the ball off to him and he's popped it into the top corner. Now let's look at the defensive side of things of this formation. So with a 3-5-2, you're going to have that 5 across the midfield, and it's really nice and flat. Even with the two attacking midfielders, it's really nice and flat, which makes it very hard to play through. So with my two strikers sitting on their central midfielders, as you're seeing here, I didn't apply man marking or anything like that. That's just the way the formation behaves against flat 4-4-2. And you're sort of seeing them unable to sort of play through me because the central midfielders are under pressure from Griezmann and Messi. And then that flat midfield is basically forcing them to go long because they've got no way of passing through that line. And that's just going to be easy for me to pick up the ball from those long balls up to their strikers. And now that I have the ball, I'm able to cut through them relatively easily because I outnumber them in midfield. I play it wide, my attacking midfielder drives into the box and gets a good shot off. So now that the keeper has the ball, look at the options he's got. Not a lot on, so he's forced to go long. I'm able just to push Diego Costa in the back, just hold him off and then win the ball back pretty comfortably. I'm then trying to build my attack, but they do eventually win the ball back here. So they intercept it. But again, look how quickly my players drop back, forcing them to sort of play it backwards. But look at me selecting Messi and Griezmann there, trying to pick up on their central midfielders, so it makes them difficult to play out. And then again, they're forced to play a long ball. And I win the ball here with Coutinho, and then I'm away and sets Griezmann through on goal, who's then going to find the net with a nice finesse finish. Now the weakness for this formation, and to be honest this applies to any 3 at the back formation, so 3-4-3, 3-5-2, 3-6-1, etc., especially on legend difficulty this year, is that the AI is so overpowered on crosses. So what you're going to see here is when the AI do get the ball and they break on me, so this is obviously one of the rare chances that they can actually play through me, is that they can get in these wide areas pretty easily with only 3 at the back. And that's going to allow them to cross the ball in, which is really dangerous on legend difficulty. So I'm actually playing a possession-based game. So, you know, whenever you get breakouts like this, not all your players are going to sprint forward. They're going to start dropping off once you get past the halfway line. So, you know, you are going to need to hold it up if you are playing a possession-based style. But like I said, with the advantages this formation when going forward is you do outnumber them in midfield. So sort of playing it in and around the edge of the box like you're seeing here is a good way to go about getting shots on goal. So I was cruising 3-0 up and then something changed. I believe their attack and defence strategy changed because look at my midfield 5, they're a lot deeper. My 2 front players are no longer sat on their central midfielders like they were earlier on, and they're able to easily play the ball forward to Diego Costa, plays it wide and get the cross in and create a chance. I was happy to sort of fight fire with fire, but realistically I should have changed it when I noticed what was going on. And they were fashioning chances a lot more often after they conceded the 3rd goal. So you can see here, they're literally just going to cut through me very, very easily. And I couldn't get any of my defenders anywhere near their players before they put it into the top corner. Needless to say, I was still creating chances and cutting through their midfield became easier because look at the gap between their defence and midfield now. It's a lot bigger than it was certainly earlier on. But they are a little bit higher up. So that suggests to me they did actually change their attack and defense, attack and defense strategy. So I was still able to fashion chances and still have this bit of play on the edge of the box. And I perhaps toyed with them a little bit too much. I should have went and got the 4th goal, because obviously if they get one more goal back, you know, the pressure's on. And guess what happened? Yep, they went ahead and got the 2nd goal. When I noticed that they were creating chances, I should have maybe changed my formation or tactic or attack and defense strategy, but I was just being lazy and I figured that another goal would come for me sooner or later, but it was them who in fact scored next. So when they got the 2nd goal, I switched it from neutral attack defense strategy to attacking. So it's just with one red bar. So just double tap up on your D-pad and look at my midfield now, much higher up, playing with a much higher line and applying a real good press. And basically for them to play it out from defence now was going to be a little more challenging than it was earlier on. And you can see here they've just got their 2 strikers in their own half and I'm able to win the ball back relatively easily. And you're going to see a few instances of that as we sort of go back and forth here, tug of war style. So they play it forward, lone striker, poor pass. I'm able to pick up the ball. And going forward, obviously because I've got more players in their half of the pitch now, I'm able to play it through relatively easily. Lovely little bit of skill there from Dembele. Drives into the box and Griezmann should do better here. On the 74th minute, I switched to a 3-7-0. And I say it's a 3-7-0 because Messi was still playing as a false 9. So when I have the ball, it basically gives me no strikers, no outlet. And I did actually struggle from this point onwards. So I should have stayed with the 3-5-2 with that attacking strategy. And I would have been fine, I believe. But I was just trying to hold on to the game, just grind it out and make sure I got the win as it was a top of the table clash. So like I said, with these formations, just make sure that they don't go down the wings. Watch how I try to track the runner. Watch, he lays it off. I should have tracked him sooner. But he's got in behind here. And if they get crosses in on legend difficulty, they will put them away. Especially if they get to the likes of Diego Costa. I got really lucky here because normally he would score those 9 times out of 10. Okay, ladies and gents, that pretty much concludes this video of the 4-4-2 killer formation. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you've got a better suggestion. And I'll be doing more of these series in the future. So stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe and smash that notification bell. And if you like the video, don't forget to overhead kick that like button. Thanks a lot, guys. And I look forward to seeing you guys in my future videos. Cheers. And thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.